Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alma, and I've been helping Wall Street with his social media, and in particular with creating the videos for YouTube. I'd like to add that over the years that I've known Wall Street, he has shown himself to be somebody who is extremely consistent in his message, which is no matter what you are faced with in life, it is up to you to decide how you're going to deal with that. So I hope you enjoy this video and what Wall Street has to say, the conversation that we had, and please stay tuned for more videos where Wall Street will talk about stocks, investment, financial literacy, and education. Peace.
So why are feelings or emotions? Well, I guess my first question would be, do you think there's a difference between feelings and emotions, or is it the same thing?
I mean, it's the same thing. You feel something and you get emotional about something, right?
Okay.
I don't see any difference in it personally.
Okay. And then the second question would be, why are they so important? Why are emotions, why are feelings so powerful?
Because they dictate just about everything that you do. The way you treat people, the way you treat yourself, the way you see the world, the way you just see yourself and the kind of person you are in the world is based on how you feel, whether those feelings be good or bad. And so when you don't understand or can't read the emotions that you feel or can identify those things, then they come out in ways oftentimes that works against your best interest, right?
Okay.
And, we like to say people got anger problems. You know what I'm saying? I like to say, people got anger problems because they can't identify the reasons why they're angry. And so if you can identify the reasons why you're angry, then you probably wouldn't have anger problems. And that's not to say you won't get angry about stuff, but to be angry about stuff and to allow that anger to come off in ways that affect people is two different things. I get upset about stuff all the time, but I never allow my ability to get upset about something or be mad about something to cause me to mistreat somebody or cause me to lash out at somebody, because I understand that I'm angry right now, and this is the reason why I'm angry right now, and my anger has nothing to do with this person or this person. So I'm conscious of those things. So that, in turn, allows me to still have healthy relationships with people while still being angry, right? Still allow myself. Sometimes you want to be angry about something. You have the right to be angry about something. You in the right, and it's perfectly fine. But just because I'm in the right about that doesn't give me the right to mistreat anybody. So when you understand those things, then you take away a lot of that stuff that you normally would do as it relates to how you feel and how those feelings dictate your actions. So for me, it's crucial. That's like the crucial thing.
Right, right. The other day I was listening to the governor of New York. He was talking about how his feelings around what is happening right now in New York, his feelings weren't important. What was important was getting the job done. And that just really stuck out in my mind, the way that he said, how I feel about this is not important. Because I tend to believe that our feelings are always important because they drive our behavior. And I don't know if, I don't have the audio clip to play for you right now, but
who cares how he feels or how I feel? Who cares about how I feel about him personally? My feelings are irrelevant. My emotions are irrelevant. Just do the job. Who cares about what I think or what he thinks? And that's what yesterday was.
Could you ever think of a situation where really our feelings are not important and we just need to put them off to one side?
Hell no. Hell no. It ain't no situation where your feelings ain't important under no circumstances. Once again, that's like some politician talk, right? That's like some politician talk, or him being a dude that don't understand his feelings. But that's what that is, because ain't nowhere in hell where your feelings don't matter. Whatever you feel matters to you. It matters to you. That's what, or you would be feeling it. I mean, you would be feeling it. That's the case. You'd be like, man, I don't feel shit. It wouldn't bother you. So for Governor Cuomo to be in New York, you see what I'm saying, and be sitting there having 10,000 people died under his watch over something that, mind you, he didn't do anything, but as being governor, have all those people dying, and him to feel, in some cases, probably like he ain't done enough to help and all that, that means something. That means,
of course.
And I would hate for him to feel like, or for someone to have him feel like his feelings don't matter because he governor, it's about getting the work done. Yeah, it's about getting the work done. But the best way to get the work done is to understand why you're feeling going through the process of the work. That's the work. The work is identifying the fact, man, I feel like shit right now, and I feel like the administration ain't doing all they can do. I feel like these people ain't doing all they can do. I feel like this ain't all happening how it can happen, and I'll be feeling exhausted, and I'll be feeling tired. But at the same time, I know that I got to be strong for those people right now because they need leadership. That's what it's about, right? It's not about saying, man, my feelings don't matter, because they do matter because you're human. You know what I'm saying? And I hate for him or anybody, but for him in particular, dealing with the kind of crisis that he's had to deal with in New York, for him to feel like his feelings don't matter. You know what I mean? Because they do.
Yeah.
And he's a human, and I'm sure he's under a tremendous amount of stress, and so his feelings matter. Governor, you can hear me talk. Your feelings do matter, man. They matter, and you got a right to express yourself and be heard just like anybody else, and be supported in what you're going through, and knowing that you got people to understand what you're feeling and can provide you some level of comfort and whatever that looks like, while you're going through what you're going through. So I can't think of no time where a person's feelings don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah. When I heard that, I thought that this is somebody who needed a hug and, some reassurance what he's doing. I also think, and you and I have talked a little bit about this in the past, I think it has to do with the fact that he's a man, because men are socialized to think that they should suppress their feelings or they shouldn't show their feelings. And what we've found in research, you can look at the research that, someone like Brene Brown has done, that when you're able to show your feelings, and it's not like, crying in front of everybody, it's just having that connection with your feelings and using your feelings to show your vulnerability at that moment and to give importance to your feelings. And that's how we have stronger, more effective leaders. And actually I saw another clip about this topic of effective leadership and strong leadership and vulnerability. And one of the things that she clarified was it's not, oversharing. It's not crying in front of the people that you lead. It's acknowledging that you're in this uncomfortable space, like, for example, Governor Cuomo has to be, and to speak to that uncomfortableness. And as you said, Wall Street, the process is working through that uncomfortableness. And I think to a smaller or to lesser or a greater extent, that's what everybody is going through right now, living in this reality of coronavirus. We've all been put in some really uncomfortable situations, and it's been hard for many people, and I include myself, to work through all of that. And I guess before we run out of time, if you could talk to us a little bit about how you are living that experience right now, with the situation that you're living right, like how the situation is impacting you right now. With, I'm sure people are in the inside are worried about their families on the outside. How does that play out in your facility?
Well, I mean, they are, but like this crisis is no different in some cases to the crisis that low-income families have been living in all their lives, right? People.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
People growing up in the hood, growing up in the neighborhoods, and killings and shooting. So, I'm talking about for the people inside. Like, yeah, they're worrying about their family, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like it's just another situation where people are not able to be with their loved ones, but people have been through a bunch of different crises. You know what I mean? And being in here, we only seen it on TV, so we're not actually out there to really have the same kind of emotional connection that people got out there. People, complain about being stuck in the house. We locked in the cells. I mean,
right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a different level of connection. Like some of the people in here is like, damn man, people out there complaining about being stuck in the house all day with their families. Like that's stupid to some people. It's like how you can complain about being locked and keeping it with your loved ones and your family. You know what I mean? And so like a certain level of
Hello?
Okay,
it's working.
So what I would just like to say to people out there is that the coronavirus has done a lot of devastation to a lot of people's lives, socially, economically, professionally, and so forth. And, it's a lot going on right now for people. What I would just like to say is that in the midst of all the devastation and things has happened, some people have been worse off than others. We as people still have the choice in how we show up in it. We still have the choice to choose how we feel in the midst of devastation. Just because things is going wrong don't mean I have to be mad and upset. Just because things ain't going the way I want it to go don't mean I have to be mad and upset. And so that means that you can choose to show up and feel positive about the situation and the things that you do have in front of you. And what this coronavirus has done by default is force people to be inside their homes with their families and their loved ones. And you have people who are getting restless and being around their kids, restless and being around their spouses, or their girlfriends or families. And I think people need to take a hard look at the fact that you're now forced to have human connection with those you love, yet you're feeling miserable.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
If you're feeling miserable about being around the people that you love because you've been around too long, you've been cooped up too long, I think this is the time to really look at that and ask yourself some questions about why some of the happy moments of your life, which is being around your family, is causing you agony. In a time where you should be happy and supportive of the things you do have and the people that you do have in your life when you have people losing people. And so I just really want to just emphasize that we choose, the choice is ours about how we choose to feel about our situations and what's going on in our lives. And at the end of the day, I would like to think that if people choose to find a silver lining, as they say, and say, yeah, you know what, man, right now I'm not working. I need to work. Yeah, bills are piling up. That's happening. Man, I'm cooped up in this house. But my wife is here. My kids is here. I'm able to help them with their homework. We're able to eat family dinners. We're able to watch movies together. We're able to have close connection and comfort. Those things should give people a lot of relief and a lot of comfort. And if they're not, I think people really need to take a hard look at those things. And so, I just hope people be mindful of the things they have and support one another, care about one another, you know, and people be able to get through this crisis, come out on it better than they went in. That's the hope. When everything is said and done, are you a different person at the end of this? And if you're the same person you was when this stuff started, when this stuff is over with, and ain't nothing changed about you, you need to get some damn therapy, really, because ain't nobody gonna stay the same person every day. You know, I'm a different person all the time because I'm constantly learning something or reflecting on something. So if you're not taking the time to do those things, then yeah, you know, therapist or something, you might need to take a look at that. So I just want to put that out there. Everybody stay safe. Be well. It's your boy Street. I'm out.